Welcome to another edition of SFU World News. On our health headline tonight, we are dealing with a new action plan that is set to reduce the increasing rates of cardiovascular disease in Bosnia and Herzegovina. The ongoing issue has led to a high mortality rate of cardiovascular disease among adults, more specifically ischemic heart disease, cerebrovascular disease, and hypertensive heart disease. But this country is determined to put in an action plan in hopes to decrease the rates of cardiovascular disease and lower many preventable deaths. The issue that Bosnia and Herzegovina now face is how are they planning to decrease the rates of cardiovascular disease. Reporting live from Bosnia and Herzegovina is herself, Diana, with more news and an update.
When looking at the burden of disease in Bosnia and Herzegovina, we see that the disability-adjusted life years, or DALYs, represented in 13,000 deaths for communicable, maternal, perinatal, and nutritional conditions. DALYs for non-communicable disease resulted in 11,000 deaths, and finally, DALYs for injuries resulted in 14,000 deaths. After examining these statistics, it is evident to see the big issues lie in the high mortality rates coming from non-communicable diseases. In fact, the risk of non-communicable disease is almost 9 times greater than communicable disease. In terms of the number of years of lost life due to premature death in Bosnia and Herzegovina, ischemic heart disease, cerebrovascular disease, and trachea, bronchus, and lung cancers were the highest ranking causes in 2010. Over to you.
The leading cause of deaths in Bosnia are all cardiovascular disease. They include stroke, coronary heart disease, and inflammatory heart disease. They contribute a total of 62.68% of the total deaths in Bosnia. The leading cause of child deaths are congenital abnormalities, prematurity, and birth trauma. It contributes to less than 2% of the total deaths in Bosnia.
Significant amount of the country's population are overweight and daily smokers. Among the survey, as much as 3/4 of the participants were overweight and about 40% were daily smokers.
And now on to Sanpreet, who will give us the reasons on why we're focusing on these certain diseases.
Bosnia and Herzegovina are various forms of cardiovascular disease, namely ischemic heart disease, cerebrovascular disease, and hypertensive disease. So these three are the focus of our action plan. We have decided to focus on these because they are the leading cause of deaths in Bosnia. For every 100,000 citizens, approximately 4,000 people are living with heart disease. Bosnia has overcome communicable diseases, so that's why we have decided to shift our focus to non-communicable diseases.
The population we are focusing on is young children and adults. We find this population important because we believe adults can control their lifestyle, which are known to cause this disease. And knowledge about this disease will prevent the future generation from getting the disease. We chose these factors because the top 9 leading causes of deaths in Bosnia are all cardiovascular disease.
The intervention planned for Bosnia will include employing local community healthcare workers to teach children at schools about the harms of tobacco use and how to live a healthy lifestyle, to ensure that they don't suffer from cardiovascular disease later in life. They will also speak to the parents of the children and teach them about the harms of tobacco use, not only for them, but for their children as well. At this time, the community healthcare workers will offer financial rebates for stop smoking aids for the parents. This will provide an incentive for them to stop smoking and to be at a smaller risk for cardiovascular disease. They plan to have this intervention run over 5 years and hope that this will decrease the rates of cardiovascular disease in future generations and reduce mortality.